OpenAI updates Friday, June 13th. Our regular weekly updates. A lot of updates as usual. And we'll start with the leaderboard. So the web dev leaderboard hasn't changed. So the latest is June 5. But the text leaderboard has changed. And now we see Claude 4, Opus 4 and Sonnet 4 appeared in the top entries. Well, red is Google Gemini, yellow is OpenAI, blue is Claude, Grok is here, XAI, DeepSeek from China, Mistral Medium is here. Okay, this is the leaderboard. Next, some updates from OpenAI and from Mistral. OpenAI introduced O3 Pro, which is the latest and greatest, the best model they have at this point. So it currently available only for Pro, Team, and API users. So regular paid users like Plus users don't have it, and they will introduce it to Enterprise and EDU next week. Very expensive, as you can see, in and out, $20, $80 per million tokens. Okay, it's live on API already. It is a reasoning model, and it takes time to reason. It takes long time to reason. So it's not a chat model, but rather a model which can be used to do some thinking, some reasoning, and generate reports. It is good at analyzing big context and at using tools. It thinks a lot. Yes, so there are some links. O3, regular O3, dropped their prices like 80%. So it become much cheaper. Some statistics about OpenAI, it hits 10 billion in annual recurrent revenues. So doubled from like 5.5 billion last year. Released major voice and translation updates. Voice is, yeah, it's very good. It's amazing. OpenAI signed a massive deal to use Google Cloud. So they're getting from under Microsoft to use Oracle Cloud, and now it's Google Cloud and some other clouds. Okay, next, Mistral, Magistral, small and medium. The small model is actually open source. It's a 24 billion parameter model, and you can easily test it on their LeChat platform, and it's like 10 times faster than anything else. It's just no comparison how fast it is. It's really, really amazing. So this is the first reasoning models from Mistral, right? I don't know how big is the medium one. 128K context, 40K effective. Not sure what it means effective. So the model is very fast and it's reasoning, but if you compare it with Qwen, Qwen beats it. So it's not as good, but it is fast and it's reasoning. Okay, next, Claude Gov. So Anthropic now making models for US national security and yeah, the usual suspects: enhanced language, contextual understanding, strictness, privacy, safety, compliance, and so on. Alphabet, interesting. They keep hiring engineers. They will continue hiring engineers even if they invest heavily in AI. So balanced approach, human oversight and creativity remains crucial. Okay, this is just shameless plug of my channel. So subscribe to this channel. So these are some videos. Qwen 3 embedding 8B and re-rank B. So coming from Qwen, embedding and re-rank models, they're state of the art and they're free, they're open weight. And you see on the leaderboard, MTAP, they #1. So this is something. Even outperforming Gemini experimental embedding model. supported by VLLM, with one user declaring every RAG system on Earth just got a free upgrade. Okay, so this is good. OpenThinker 3.7b. So OpenThinker, this coming from Open Thoughts Consortium, and it's on Hugging Face. So it's a small size model. It's a fine-tuned version of Qwen 2.57b Instruct, and yeah, and it's very good. It's SOTA, trained it on newly released dataset, and improves over DeepSeek R1 Distill Qwen 7b. So for a small model, it's a very good model, and it is open source. Next, FastPlaid by LightOn, fast multi-vector search engine written in Rust. You'll see a lot of applications, systems written in Rust. Okay, 554% speed up for some BERT models. So great. Nvidia ProRL, Prolonged Reinforcement Learning. So it's a new framework designed to enhance the reasoning capabilities of LLMs through extended reinforcement learning training. Demonstrates that extended training, prolonged training, can unlock new reasoning strategies beyond the base model initial capabilities. Meta platform. It actually bought Scale AI. Scale AI was growing so fast. These are people who label data. So they have a whole bunch of low-paid workers who label data. And I remember it was like just 2 million, 2 billion, 5 billion, 7 billion. Now they sold half of the company for 15 billion. And the CEO of the company, Alexander Wang, will now work at Meta. And there is a new superintelligence initiative. Not sure what it means because they had AI structures department, Jan LeCun and whatever, and I'm not sure if this is separate or not, how they will work together. But this is a huge investment, the largest I've seen, like one-time payment cash. Scale also built Defense Llama, LLM designed to military use. Meta VJEPA2. Okay, this is a model to understand surrounding. Unveiled VJEPA2, a world model that designed to help understand physical world around them. Okay, Salesforce CRMArena-Pro. So this is a benchmark to evaluate agents for enterprise. Next, DOTS LLM1 by RedNote. So SOTA, open source LLM, mixture of expert architecture, strong multilingual capabilities, particularly in English and Chinese. 142 billion parameters, 14B active, pre-trained on this high number of tokens, 11 tera, like Docker, Hugging Face, VLLM, slightly surpasses Qwen 3 235B. So Qwen 3 230B is a big model, is a very, very strong model. Here we have 142 billion parameter model, so it's much smaller and it a little bit better than Qwen, which is quite an achievement. ByteDance Detail Flow, doodles, sketches, and so on. So it's interesting approach how they create this, how they generate the images, and they arrange token sequences from global to fine-tune detail using next detail prediction method, and they do it in linear sequences, not 2D raster, but 1D tokenizer. So it's a very interesting approach, very unusual. Next, OpenCode, free AI coding agent. So it's open source for use in terminal, very flexible, local first alternative for proprietary tools. So this is YouTube video. People really like to use it, user-friendly terminal interface. Coding, debugging, code-based management, integrate with multiple AI providers. Okay, Apple. We had a WWDC event, and well, I don't know. There are some very good things, like for example, a real-time translation using on-device AI. So now you can talk to somebody, or using FaceTime, or using messages, and you talk in one language, and they hear you or read your message in a different language, real time. And this is done using their own proprietary model. It's about 3 billion parameters. It's foundation model. It is running on the device, so no cloud needed. Yeah, this is great. They also using ChatGPT in Genmoji and Image Playground. New systems to easily add AI features in their apps for developers. Shortcuts app, get AI-powered functions. Apple Wallet will automatically summarize delivery. Okay, but I think really exciting is real-time translation because now it's a built-in feature in all iPhones. Google AI handling financial data, interactive charts, question answering, and so on. Okay, next. HoloOne Action Vision Language Model. So it's on Hugging Face, developed by H Company for use in the Surfer H web agents system, designed to interact with web interfaces like a human user. So basically it will browse for you and do certain actions for you. Acts as a policy localizer validator trained on a mix of open access synthetic self-generated data. Sort of performance on the Web Voyager benchmark. Okay, so this is agent you can use to browse web for you. Okay, Ether 0, scientific reasoning model for chemistry. Specialized model for chemistry, 24 billion parameters, open weights. AMD came up with the new chips and also told about next series. This is 350, the next series will be 400, but not this year. And they compete with Nvidia. So these new chips are 4 times faster for compute and 35 times faster for inference. Really big jump. ByteDance, Seedance video generation. Well, ByteDance is a huge model company in China, the parent of TikTok, and they developed this new video generation. It generates 5 seconds HD video in 41 seconds, supports multi-shot storytelling, but it doesn't generate audio, only video, but does it very well. Okay, a few words about Cursor. You've heard about Cursor AI editor for developers, which is used by millions of people. And I just wanted to look inside how it works. Well, it processes 1 million queries per second. So it's very massive processing. Company is 50 engineers, 1 million transactions per second, and even higher at peak times. They grew 100 times in users and load in just 1 year. 100 times growth in 1 year. 100 plus million lines of enterprise code written per day with Cursor, and almost 1 billion if you include all other users who are not enterprise users. So very fast growth financially, hundreds of terabytes of embeddings in Cursor databases. The code of application itself is 25 million lines and 1,000 files and 7 million lines of code. I don't think they wrote all this code because Cursor is a fork from VS Code, so they inherited a lot of code from VS Code. Tech stack. On the front, VS Code and Cursor is written in TypeScript, and they're using Electron framework to make an application, like a desktop application. At the back, they're running Rust. That's how they make it so performant. They also use cloud providers, AWS, Azure, And they use Turbo Puffer. This is something I never heard before. So this is a vector search and full text search database on top of S3, which is on top of buckets. The backend service is mostly a large monolith deployed as one. So again, it's interesting because many people, when they scale, they create distributed architecture. Here you have a monolith architecture running Rust. Most of the CPU infra runs on Amazon Cloud. They also operate tens of thousands of Nvidia GPUs, some of them on Azure. Any run, this is a central orchestration component on the backend server, written fully in Rust. Note that company name is Anysphere. So Cursor is a product editor. Company is Anysphere. And AnyRun is the central orchestrator, which launches agents in the cloud using Amazon Linux servers and also AWS Firecracker. So Firecracker is a very interesting thing. It's micro virtual machines. Remember we spoke about like how you can, it's not big virtual machines or Docker containers. These are really small ones, optimized for serverless and containerized workloads, written in Rust again, and leverages Linux kernel-based virtual machine KVM. Okay, how autocomplete is generated? Well, it's generated on GPU using Cursor in-house LLM model. So they have their own model. Cursor sends obfuscated file names and encrypted code chunks to the server. The server decrypts the code, creates an embedding using OpenAI embedding model or one of their own embedding models, and stores embeddings in the vector database Turbo Puffer. So it's a vector and full text search, very fast and affordable. They used other databases before and then they switched to Turbo Puffer. Cursor uses Merkle trees to search code using embeddings. Merkle tree is a tree whose every leaf is a cryptographic hash of the underlying text file, and every node is a compilation of hashes of its children. So that's how it's built, and they have this tree on the server and on the front end, and they sync every 3 minutes. So database Turbo Puffer for code search, Pinecode also used for documentation search, and also they use PostgreSQL. Okay, next, DeepAgent from Abacus.ai. Abacus.ai is a very famous startup, and now they came up with DeepAgent, which is autonomous AI agent. And it can do a lot of stuff. It's very good. So discovering, learning, and using online tools in real time without any setup or coding, connects to external services, integration with MCP, OpenAPI, can build interactive mind maps, and so on. There are a lot of demos. I recommend you to go on the website, deepagent.abacus.ai. It is not free. Yes, security is robust, caching. DeepAgent is available for $10 per month, delivering enterprise level automation at a fraction of the cost. So maybe a good thing. Apple Research, Illusion of Thinking. So this is Apple Research paper. And they tested reasoning models, including Sonnet and DeepSeek and OpenAI, the latest model. Not the latest, but pretty new. Key findings: the model don't actually reason at all. They just memorize patterns really well and try to use those patterns. So what they try to do, they try to give puzzles to the models, like for example Tower of Hanoi, river crossing, or block words, and they increased the difficulty and watched what happened. Main conclusion: according to Apple Research, what we call AI reasoning today isn't reasoning at all. It's a sophisticated illusion of thinking. These models are incredible pattern matches, but they aren't capable to generalize logical problem solving we see in humans. So they hit the wall, and beyond certain complexity, every single model accuracy collapsed. Not just a bit, they dropped to zero. They start thinking less, doesn't try harder, actually spends fewer tokens. Yeah, so I guess this is it. Next, there was a 10-minute speech. Here is the YouTube video. Ilya Sutskever, he received an honorary degree from University of Toronto. Well, 20 years ago, he graduated, and now he received from the same university. So he spoke about his work with Geoffrey Hinton. He said that he was very lucky and to work there. Uh, so the main theme is that AI is coming, and this is the largest change, the biggest change, and you have to pay attention to what's happening. And yeah, you see, AI is the greatest challenge of humanity ever. It's important to pay attention. By observing and understanding, people will generate the energy needed to solve the massive challenges. Yeah, so next, AI solving math problems. AI system solves complex math problems at the International Mathematical Olympiad level, IMO. So this started maybe okay, February 2025. So this is some links. Uh, yes, no, February 2024. So it was like a year and a half ago. And now we have Alpha Proof and Alpha Geometry 2, which solves problems very successfully. And yeah, this is just some description of how they do it. Okay, next, how to use OpenAI Sora. OpenAI Sora available for ChatGPT Plus, Team and Pro accounts. So this is, for example, my account, and it's a paid account, $20 a month, and you see this link Sora. You can click and you will be redirected to the Sora website, where you can type your prompts, upload some images, and create the video. Select some parameters of the video. So here I just listed the steps. Next, vibe coding, MDC and PRD files. So MDC, Markdown documentation, so these are rules for coding, and PRD, product requirements, document requirements for the project. I actually put some examples on my GitHub. So for example, these are MDC files, so cursor rules. Let's say, for example, Python. And so you see the rules like code style, imports, error handling, and so on. And these are the rules. And let's look at the PRD file. So it's just one big file for some sample project. And you see how big it is, and structured, describes the project in detail. So you have to create this file for the software, for AI assistant to be able to work on your project. Okay, office rules. Please don't forget, turn down the heat, like whatever. And this is basically what is MDC files. It's just simple rules to follow. Okay, next, AI robotic grass mowers. Remember previously I spoke about AI-driven tractors. They're very rare and expensive, but what you can now buy on Amazon for anywhere from $1,000 to $3,000 is a robotic grass mower. So for example, this is your house and this is the grass around the house, and you can schedule it to run, and you will walk it through the perimeter, so it will learn what to do, and then it can automatically locate itself and it can mow the grass every day, absolutely hands free. It can go to the charging place and charge itself, so you really really hands free. Anyway, next, jobs. Well, there are some layoffs. You see some new layoffs. in June. Here is a company, Merchandise. I spoke about it before. So what they're trying to do, they're trying to create agents, AI agents to substitute office workers, all kind of office workers. To automate white collar jobs is possible. Our goal is to fully automate work. We want to get to a fully automated economy and make happen. Yes. Okay, this is it for today's presentation. This is me, and thank you.